Very often what gets overlooked with, especially in a small business, but in larger businesses as well, is asset management. And when we talk about assets, we're talking about both hardware and software assets because they both have costs attached to them. One big mistake that we find frequently is that a user has left the company, an employee is left for whatever reason, and their software licenses have not been discontinued or repurposed to someone else within the organization. The other thing that can happen very often is their hardware is not repurposed either. They're not keeping track of what devices that they have, and sometimes those employees leave, and not necessarily maliciously or with any bad intent, they don't return them. And as a result, the organization is continuing to carry those costs. What's also really, really critical about that is that those become points of failure for security. If you still have open accounts, hardware that might have access to resources within the company's environment, and those are not discontinued or shut down, they can become a point of attack for malicious criminals that are trying to get into the environment. The last thing is you need to be planful in how you're looking at your expenses, your costs. If you can plan for your purchases, if you have a roadmap that you're following, that you're going to budget for when you're going to make those purchases, then you have fewer emergencies when you have to replace critical hardware that has failed because you didn't plan for it, and therefore you're also able to take advantage of, just like in IT, just like in every other business. There are better times to buy certain things than there are others. You don't want to buy things when you have to. You want to buy things when you plan to, because you're more likely to get a better quality product and at a better price as a result of doing that. Another aspect of asset management, of course, is managing the supply chain. As we found out during the pandemic, that supply chains can get disrupted. And when they do, if you can be caught off guard, and those purchases that you haven't arranged ahead of time through your planning can now become problematic. To reserve some time with one of our business advisors, you can reach us at 949-994-8989.